Plastic just really never goes away. It's a material that doesn't biodegrade, and it just breaks into smaller and smaller pieces and ruins the environment.
Plastic can just be really threatening to wildlife, and they can see it and misconceive it as food and feed it to their young, which is really harmful to them. And an example of this is a sea turtle misconceiving a plastic bag for a jellyfish.
Toxic chemicals leach out of plastic and are found in the blood and tissue of nearly all of us. Exposure to them is linked to cancers, birth defects, impaired immunity, endocrine disruption, and other ailments.
I use straws when I go out to eat at restaurants or like in the drive-thru. Sometimes at my house too. I love straws.
I probably use plastic straws every day.
Hey, this is my lunch. I use a plastic bag for like every single thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry.
I use plastic bags sometimes.
I use plastic bags at the grocery store sometimes, but I try to take my recyclable bags in the store. But if I do have plastic bags, then I put them in the trash can so I'm not buying additional bags to use.
I use about 2 plastic bags every day in my lunch, and never really use any reusable bags. My lunch is always in a brown paper bag, so whenever we need more bags, we go to the grocery store and we get more.
Well, for the thousands and thousands of Transformers, I use plastics a lot.
I never recycle anything.
I always bring plastic water bottles to school, and whenever I go to the grocery store, I always use plastic bags and don't use other ones, and I don't really reuse anything.
Some of the world's most commonly used single-use plastics include plastic straws, plastic water bottles, foam takeout containers, cigarette butts, and plastic grocery bags. All of these and much more represent the epitome of today's throwaway culture. The UN Environment reports that only 9% of the world's 9 billion tons of plastic have been recycled. Most of this ends up in landfills, waterways, and our environment. Plastics aren't biodegradable, instead they slowly break down into smaller pieces of plastic called microplastics.
I think the main reason that people need to be educated on single-use plastics is because people don't realize what they're affecting when they're using plastics. So it is important to realize that in numerical values, over 9 billion tons of plastic has been used since 1950, and most of that plastic goes directly into the ocean. That plastic that goes into the ocean kills numerous species of marine life and has affected over 700 species. Also, once this plastic is deposited into the ocean, it can cause many waterborne diseases, killing humans. The ways in which we use plastics can be changed so easily just by using a metal straw instead of a plastic straw, or Tupperware instead of a plastic bag, or a one-use plastic container. So for better life quality, single-use plastics are not the way to go.
I think people should be educated on this topic because in the past few months, plastics have been a huge problem with our environment. They end up in habitats in marine life and are killing them, such as the Coke bottle things getting stuck around animals' necks or choking on plastic straws. I also think that not only is it killing animals and could be possibly harming humans, it is also just making the world an uglier place by seeing trash bags on the side of the road or anything else like that. So I think it's really important to be educated and know what you're doing to the environment and make the better decision to use reusable bags.